Yes. But the fact of the matter is, before we introduce our two award-winning, Pulitzer Prize-winning superstars guests who insisted on coming early morning and chatting with us, I want to just quickly say there's an industry that no one cares about. And I think, with the agitation going on, Black Lives Matter, all kinds of ethnic issues across the world, the planet, we have to also focus on the smaller ones, which also need some of our time. For example, the mask has destroyed a few industries. I speak of the lipstick industry, and I feel for them. If you're a lipstick manufacturer, I feel for you, and I think something has to be done to bring the lipstick back from under the mask. We'll talk about this with our guests who are very interesting. First, let me introduce them. We've got Mayur Sharma. He's the good-looking man with the beard, looking out of his window and misbehaving for no reason whatsoever, which he's on the right show. And we've got Rocky sitting under a tiger for some reason, and also with a beard and giving us his pensive early morning look, also known as the urination look. It's the kind of look you have when you pee. He told me off camera as well.
I may be a large guy, but I'm not a nation. So don't call me you're a nation. You're a nation.
How dare you say you're a large guy? Where's the proof of that?
Prove it. We're on video. Prove it.
Ask the calluses on my knees. Ask the calluses on my knees what that means, and you will get your answer, young Cyrus.
What kind of relationship do you two have that I have to check with Mayur how large Rocky is? Right.
What do you mean he has calluses on his knees? Every time he drops it, it's so small he can't find it.
Oh, that's a good one. Early in the morning. Oh.
That's a Viru Sehwag moment. We started with a huge 6-over point. Excellent. And
my birdies are tilted. I want to tilt my birdies.
Yeah, thank God. It's over point because that's the only point you're going to have Mayur making today in the conversation.
Wait. Mayur was saying something philosophically and we interrupted him. Sorry.
Oh,
Mayur.
sorry.
Mayur, sir?
No, I just wanted to see you said you're very excited. I wanted to see your excited face.
Okay. All good. This is my excited face. You don't want to see my non-excited face. I saved that for radio. Let me put a picture on this one.
No, I see that every time you have the other guy sitting next to you. Rocky, and I remember meeting you guys on a flight and all also. He was really excited.
You mean my Rocky? Your Rocky is much better looking than mine, Mayur. Mine is horrible. He's not allowed in economy class because his face is the size of 2 rows now. It's huge. We were just discussing his blossom.
I thought fooding budget ka baat tha and all stuff.
Listen, don't say anything about my friend Kunal, okay? You boys are just jealous. Yeah. Because you both look exactly identical. If it wasn't for the different colored t-shirts, I would know who I'm talking to over here.
That's right. He's the good-looking one. Go on. You might as well put the knife all the way in the ass. Forget the back. I would just like to quickly point out, though, that Kunal is a huge fan of your show. The one that I'm not supposed to mention. Your PR person said, please don't mention highway on the plate and all that.
Yeah. Don't.
Oh! Where do you get these PR people from? They got no PR skills.
You can't mention highway on my plate, India's Most Haunted, or any of our old shows.
Is she part of the government? You were saying, what can we not mention? Just to repeat it.
Yeah, just the show we did for 7 years, highway on my plate, India's Most Haunted, Jai Hind, there's Rocky and Mayur, Food Express. That was on Zee. You can mention that.
We can mention that. We can mention that.
We can talk about that. But let's suffice to say this, that it is the experience of 15 years in the food industry that has led us to Goan Gullies, which is on Zee Zest, which everybody must watch. Guys, you, where's my, there's my finger.
It's like Mayur is on a separate podcast, Rocky. I mean, you're plugging away and he's just like this kid having a good time. Yay, for no reason whatsoever. All right.
Yeah, somebody does the work around here and somebody's a freeloader. Now you figure out which one is which.
Listen, I'm from the freeloader family. What are you saying? Don't disrespect us. Mayur, we love you. But
what am I? Yes, what am I? Whatever you want. You don't have a beard. I can't see how much white there is.
I can't grow a beard. I can't grow anything, to be honest. I just think my Mongolian ancestry prohibits me. What I can do is ride a horse backwards and shoot backwards.
But are you part Mongolian also?
I trace my descent from Temujin Genghis Khan. I'm from that lineage. You don't seem that impressed with Mongolian food. Not that hot at the moment. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, listen. Here's a big thing.
A lot of money to see this man dressed in Mongolian costume on a horse going backwards and shooting arrows from a double recurve bow. And 50 of them every minute. I would pay a lot of money.
Oh, well.
I want to point out soon.
I'll bring my friends too. They'll also pay lots of money.
I want to say
it's a rather small horse, but the one that I use. Just remember,
I want to say 2 things. One is if you're sitting backwards on a horse and firing arrows backwards, you may as well have been sitting forward because you fire forward.
Correct. But nobody thought of that in ancient warfare. So we got away with that for a long time. Yeah.
And the second one is, most people don't know this, but my last name is Hundal. Hundal, because We are the group of Huns that came down to India about 400 years ago. So Hun, the Hun Dal.
I don't want to brag, but we slaughtered all the Huns, my Mongolian friends. And, you know, I mean, I don't wanna, the Huns were nothing for us. It was like 2 minutes, boom, 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 all dead. All the way up to Hungary, where you can find the odd Hun. But your name,
which is, before that it was called well-fed until you guys got there. Then it got renamed to Hungary.
There you go. Handel as a surname. So you're the composer George Frederick Handel as well.
There you go. Probably my cousin, probably my aunt.
There you go. And what have you left? Mayur, he's just a Sharma. What am I going to do with Sharma? There's like 200 million of them. Mayur, please.
आजकल हमारा स्टार जो है असेंशन पे, आप पंडित को कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे.
ठीक है, तो आप पंडित हो या रॉकी?
मैं पंडित हूँ.
अच्छा, तो बियर्ड से जज करना पड़ेगा. अच्छा, ठीक है. Got it.
बिल्कुल.
Has there ever been a pandit without a beard? Would that be right?
Yeah, of course. Chanakya.
Of course.
What are you saying?
Chanakya. Now you're older than me. I'm only going back to Genghis. You wrote the Arthashastra, the second half. The one about who can eat with whom and hold hands and from which plate. Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about. But she or he said we can't talk about your origins. I want to know a little bit. How did you guys? You mentioned offline that for 47 years, it's like the song Alice. You grew up with him on the left of your door or something like that, and you didn't even like each other.
Tragically.
Origins of the species.
Origins of the species. Okay, Rocky Bhaiya, you go.
Rocky Bhaiya abhi ho gaya?
So I always Rocky Bhaiya ever since. So in 1976, when I was taking a walk outside my house, there was a young little snotty-nosed little wimp getting beaten up by people and slapped around, and I saved him.
And now he's the Chief Minister of Delhi. Sorry. You're talking about, sorry, I don't know what story you're telling. Huh?
Listen, it could be the Chief Minister of a lot of places right now.
You'll be so proud, no? You can imagine all across the world felicitating Rocky. I slapped the Mukhyamantri, yes.
No. So I slapped all the boys who were troubling this little boy.
He was being bullied.
Then the little boy grew up to be Baba Ramdev. Mayur. Both of whom look almost.
This could be our last episode, huh? If you need a production person, call me. Sorry. So you actually met like that, just on the road outside your house?
Just on the road outside my house in 1976, and I saved his life. So like a little puppy, he attached himself to me, and now it's been a few years here, 30, 35, 36 years, 45, 46 years.
To take the puppy metaphor forward, did he hump your leg later as well, or that was it?
No, he was too young to do that.
Okay. So, Mayur, ये सच है? इस कहानी में कुछ है या नहीं? Looks a little fabricated to me, but is it somewhat correct?
The bit about the humping?
Very important. Details are everything.
That's completely fabricated.
There were so many other legs to choose from. Yeah.
I would. No, one was way too high up, and I was a small puppy. I couldn't jump up that high. What chota tha? It was right near the belly button. So.
Ouch! Oops. Yeah. We're getting more.
Okay, Rocky, let's stop picking on each other. Let's pick on Cyrus. Hello.
No, before you pick on me, just tell me how you met.
Cyrus,
Mayur,
what a bust you developed. You must be working out, huh? You go to the gym, huh?
It's just transgender properties. And I'm nothing against the community. I'm a big fan of Caitlyn Jenner, one-time decathlete who you cannot mention as a male again. I'm a little confused about the status though, because as a male who became a female, he's against gay marriage, but he's dating a male who became a female as well. So I know, Rocky, world is so difficult and complex. You found a puppy, you gave the puppy love, he humped your friend's leg, and today you all are partners. But what I get from this is you're older.
I am 3 years older than Mayur. Yes, I am.
Oh,
and that's what gives the wise countenance on my face and the intelligent look when I turn away and pensively stroke my beard.
Correct. And the whiteness in the beard, which he doesn't seem to have, which is amazing. Mayur Bhaiya? Oh, Mayur Bhaiya.
Yes.
I think, Mayur, did you have a late night last night?
No.
For those who don't know, Mayur is in Goa, by the way, having the time of his life throughout lockdown. Didn't suffer a day, had food, drink, company, plenty. The bars were open, the restaurants were open. The beach was open. Beach, as in B-A-C-H. Those of you thinking female dog, please stop that. Calm down. Control yourself. You guys don't want to promote the show, which I'm happy to talk about Highway on the Plate, so you decide. Just to irritate your PR person. I don't know why they do that though. When they say that, it goes in your head. If they don't say that, it never goes in your head. We would have just talked about Zee, the Goa Gully thing, Goan Gullies.
Well, you're lucky because we got the don't abuse, don't say anything obscene, stay away from politics.
What the fuck?
So
really? No
That is
abuse.
why we are bloody only talking about effing politics going on right now. So let's make the switch. Let's make the switch. Okay, guys. So very important that all listen to this. Mayur has been living in for 4 years for Goa. He's been living there in Goa. And we've got him undercover into a lot of setups and secret areas in Goa. So he is involved in all the societies, including the Society for Blonde Women of Goa.
No. So he's dressed as an Israeli, a Russian, and a local. These are the three roles he basically plays. And none of them get along.
So when you watch the show,
Yes,
you'll only
it gets
recognize
very
me because Mayur is undercover in all the shots. So you'll never know who he is. It could be the blonde lady sitting next to me or the old Goan fisherman who's talking about a traditional form of music. But you see all that in Goan Gullies, which is a hell of a show. Goan Gullies. Did I mention that? Mayur, did I say Goan Gullies?
You said it with a lot of zest. Yes, you
Excellent.
did.
On Zee Zest.
Yes.
Woohoo!
I think we should stop the show here right now. I don't think we can go above this. As far as self-promotion goes, this is great. So, the cliche question which you should never ask hosts of a show is, what is the show about? So I'm not going to do that. But perhaps if you want to just discuss that on your own without me asking you, I mean, you can go ahead. But
That's so well put. Yeah, I mean, that is the best way to do it.
I hate doing it. Don't you hate doing it? You're a fucking host. You like asking the guy sits down, wants to talk about his movie, and why do you have to talk about the movie? I hate that. It's
Let's say that we're almost about to talk about the show, and then somebody will come and take us to jail.
Mayur, तेरा medication है या नहीं?
कौन सा medication?
What the hell are you on?
What you got? What have you got?
Sorry, Mayur, put off.
I've got medicine for piles. So where I come from is a whole different cocktail party.
Mayur, put off the other conversation that you're having and talk only to us.
Yes, Mayur.
Okay.
Show some respect.
Who said that? Who said that?
Remember who fed you, who trained you, who made you fetch a ball for the first time. Remember all that.
There are noises inside my head. There are 300 people inside my head.
Can you share those noises? The show's going downhill very quickly. If you can share the noises, we can make something of it.
So before we make noises, let me tell you one legendary noise. Do you know what fado is? Do you know what fado singing is? Cyrus, serious question.
Okay, this is the face which says yes, and of course, obviously disguises the truth. So
Right.
I'll say, of course, 100%.
Fado, of course.
Light voice means, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Jay Leno voice, yeah.
So fado is, a beautiful form of music from Portugal, and it's very big in Goa. And
Right.
we met possibly one of the best fado singers in the world on the show.
Right.
So Goan Gullies takes you to Goa, but takes you away from the beaches and the booze and the noise and the partying, which is probably the only reason why people go to Goa anyway. But it's about that other little part of Goa that most people don't know. So about the culture, the heritage, the music, the hidden food, the hidden areas, the fact that Goa is the 8th biggest biodiverse spot in the world. All those things on Goan Gullies only.
And who doesn't miss colonization? I mean, thank God for the Portuguese. I mean, those were beautiful days. So thanks for bringing that back. So the father, the mother, and the kid, they all appear on the show and they sing.
Okay.
Mayur, where are you? Mayur, just let me understand. This is only in Goa, right? The whole concept is Goa culture and Goa food. You don't.
It's only in Goa. There's white geese, black geese, and Portuguese. All 3 types of geese over there.
Point well labored, Mr. Premchand. Well labored. But here's my controversial question, Mayur. If you cross from Goa to Daman or Diu or one of these other areas, does that mean you've cheated?
No, those kind of unions are allowed. It goes with the territory. But no, I like Goa. I don't really like leaving Goa, and every time I have to leave Goa, I have to go and see Rocky. So that's a bit of a consolation. I'm saying a nice thing.
Yeah.
Stop
okay. Perspective. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at it this way. 5 things you really like about Goa and 5 things you don't. Honestly.
You are asking me or Rocky?
Both of y'all. Anyone. And if you get bored, do 4. And if you lose interest, 3. And if you want to just mention 1, that's fine too.
I like that. After 3, you said 1, just fine too.
I lost interest in 2, bro. Yeah. That's subconscious genius. That I can't even take credit for. That's, that's Lenin writing a song and doesn't even know what it means. 3 times later, it means 3 more things. All right. So go ahead.
Super.
Rocky. Okay, Rocky, after you. I I want a slightly outside perspective first.
Oh, me? Okay. Number one,
I'm a angle say outsider bench press. You both grew up in Delhi. He's this guy, Mayur Sharma, typical Goan name. What the bloody hell? Nonsense. He's treating you like an alien. You guys are from Panchil Park, rich boys who grew up with a big garden. Not like our South Mumbai guys where 32 people live in the house and we don't even know our relatives' names. So please, you had privileged lives.
That's not our fault that we live in a civilized city and not the wild west.
I'm very pro Delhi. You got the wrong guy. I love Delhi. Yeah. Delhi is Bombay without women. It's the same thing.
This is very important here. The first thing that I love about Goa is the fact that it's the 8th on the UN's list of biodiverse hotspots on the planet. So you have some incredible birds and animals and crocodiles and just a huge amount of nature around. And I'm a bird photographer. So you guys should really go check it out just for that. It's phenomenal.
It would be very childish for me to mention two-legged bird versus the wingy bird or whatever. But you mentioned alligators and crocodiles. One of them, crocodiles. Are there really crocodiles in Goa? I've never.
Don't get technical, Cyrus.
Wait, hang on. Listen, see,
there's
Cyrus,
one. There's somebody's pet alligator.
Cyrus, thank you very much. This is why you must watch Goan Gullies.
To learn
about the fact that
Master, teach me Goan Kung Fu.
You see, are they crocodiles or alligators? Because on Goan Gullies, it's not just a TV show. It's a wildlife show. It's a people show. It's a food show. It's a amazing.
It's a life-changing experience.
You didn't mention Zee Zest. You got to say that before Goan Gullies. 1 point penalized.
Zee Zest.
Goan Gullies.
Easy way. And yes, they are crocodiles. Cyrus, they are mugger crocodiles.
Wow.
There are no alligators in Goa, but there are crocodiles. And there are hundreds of them. We went out for an hour and saw like 9. And you'll see that on Goan Gullies. So pretty phenomenal.
Yeah. Maybe, there are lots of leather bags as well. So I hope it all ends well for everybody. Shopping is a great thing. But you're not giving me the 3, 4, 17 things that you like or don't like about 100. Let's go 100. 100 things you don't like about.
100. The beautiful environment. Cream chalk, the best gelato in the world is in Goa. The best Goan food is in Goa.
That should
surprise, except here we call it food.
This is Delhi philosophy. Yeah, I like it. Go on.
Fabulous beaches, fado music, great architecture, old homes. The oldest one we went to is 430 years old, by the way. Continuously lived in for 430 years. Can you imagine what it looks like?
The guy must be rather old.
Yes,
rather old also.
But what about Indians? I hate going to Goa in the old days, at least before lockdown, because all I see is Mumbaikars and Delhiites. Actually, our two cities are the worst. All over the place, you start recognizing people, and you know, I hate a holiday spot where your neighbors are there, the same Kalani guys are there. You know, there's no end to it.
Thank you. That's why you must watch Goan Gullies on Zee Zest.
That's not the PR person made it very clear that you have to say Zee Zest Goan Gully. I've got it here. I've written it down.
Okay, sorry. That's why you must watch Zee Zest Goan Gullies because now moving to a serious answer, this it's actually a great resource because yes, there are little watering holes where everybody from Delhi and Bombay and other large cities come, but there's lots of beautiful places hidden away. Whether you like greenery, whether you like the beach, whether you like the backwaters, there's lots of places where you can actually come to Goa and then get away from Goa as you know it.
So now, as a Pakka Goan local, do you speak Konkani?
I'm picking up bits of it. I get yelled at frequently by the ladies that I buy my coconut and my vegetables from.
That sounds horrible.
Don't repeat those words.
Yeah,
They're not nice.
The double meaning that's in Rocky's head is now in my head as well. I'm so sorry about that.
So that's actually a very, very good story because I actually went up to a lady once and I was practicing my coconut and I said, please show me your coconut. So they actually laughed their heads off at me. And Rocky and I found through our travels also that ladies that work with like a lot of people, like fisher women, man, all over this country, try and have a conversation with them. The level of vituperation, it'll turn your ears blue in 5 minutes. So they're all the same. They're all discussing.
Would it be too much to ask you to just say that in Konkani? Let me see how it sounds. Maybe we'll have somebody on the chat who'll explain it. Do you remember?
No.
Can you say anything? Can you say Zee Zest Goan Gullies? Can you say that in Konkani?
Yeah, here's oh wow, well done. I love it. He's promoting the show. Here's a lovely thing we discovered when we were traveling. When we were in Bengal, we realized that when you're the people of Bengal, you really don't need to have much of a conversation. All you have to do is look intently at them when they're speaking. And when they take a little breath, you say, Tarpore. and then they go off again. And after when they take a break, then again you look at the meaningful and you say, tarpore. In the meanwhile, you can have your phone conversations. You can go get yourself a cup of coffee. All you have to do is fetch up once in a while and go tarpore. So in Goa, it's ani. And so it's amazing the number of sins you can hide just by looking at somebody intending going ani.
I like my Delhi better. All you do is say, oh, man. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. Such safer place. So easy to pick up, right, Rocky? 5 minutes, you know the lingo, you're good, you're cool.
I have no idea what you guys are all about. We are a highly cultural city with hundreds of years of culture.
It is that too. Rocky did deny that. Of course it is. And so is Goa. Listen, let me ask you some stupid questions. Well, not that they've been really erudite questions up till now. Do you ever get tired of just going on about food? I mean, I know you've made a big name and all that, but you always say that the subject is exhausting. I speak to cricketers, for example, who like, can we not talk about cricket? It's like, enough. So because wherever you go, people will be like, Rocky, Mayur, kuch khana ka kahani, that kind of crap. So not crap, but you know what I mean. Do you ever
cricketers ka problem is that when they get tired of talking about or playing cricket and talking about cricket, there's not much you can do. We can always get tired of looking at food and talking about food, but you can always eat it. Meaningful. You can always. So we never get tired. Yeah. I don't remember the last time I was tired of food. No. Rocky, you?
Food is, we sort of make a living from food for the last 15 years. But the amount we've eaten is pretty astonishing. I mean, Kunal, I have to say, is 20 kilos lighter than I am right now.
Really?
And my face is narrow.
Can you stand up? You're 126 kilos. Oh God, I can't even count. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, 126. 126 kilos.
126 kilos right now and getting on.
My respect for you. Mayur, F off. You're off the show. This is a beast. This is a man. You and me are nothing, Mayur. You're really 126. Wow.
And I have only 3 inches to go because I'm 53 in chest right now. So another
that
3
sounded
inches.
Nice.
I'll be a 56 in chest guy. You guys better watch out, man.
Ooh.
So otherwise,
endorsement or satire, not sure. Keeping it there. Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, there's bigger people out there. Just before Rocky left, after we finished shooting Zee Zest, Goan Gullies, after we finished shooting that, we had a little lunch where I was at 93 kilos. I was the lightest guy at the table, and Rocky was only at number 3. The largest boy, our friend Big Sid, is 180 kilos. So we had and we were trying to get to 1,000 kilos. We wanted a 1-ton table, and I think we missed it by 1.5 guys. But it was a good effort. So
Big Sid could have fed the entire Goa for a weekend. Wow, 180 kilos is.
There you go. So it was a hell of a thing. In fact, we're thinking of doing a show like that now. Probably get 5 guys on who total 900 kilos and then see how it goes.
Yeah, but I love this point because simply I hate skinny. Maybe it's like racism or prejudice of a kind. Skinny people talking about food. There's something wrong with that picture. It just doesn't seem right when you have a really scrawny person talking to you about all kinds of different delicacies all over the world.
Of course it is. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Do we fat people complain about the porn industry having only skinny people, or Bollywood having only skinny people, or models having only skinny people? Do we complain? We don't complain.
You don't watch BBW and all that in the different genres available in between meals?
There's a minor little segment of truly gifted people who appreciate true beauty who watch that. Yeah.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder and the size of the lens. Figure that out. God. Then they told us no porn, no sex, no politics, nothing. We're doing our best.
We're touching upon these topics. I'm very proud of us, by the way. We are really skirting a lot of issues over here. Cyrus, well done. Yeah. Oh. This is like your political show. You just skirt all the issues.
That's right. My shows are about futility and pointlessness. And I want to keep it that way. Thank you for responding in the correct manner.
Did you say your show's about fertility and pointlessness?
What? That's it. Go with that. That sounds better, especially for the Parsi community. Fertility, very important. Before we take a break, can we quickly discuss a couple of points since you won't give me more about Goa and what you like or don't like? Let's talk about Rocky vis-a-vis versus Mayur. So first, Rocky, you go up first since your face is on screen.
Well, the reason why...
what do you like about this guy and what do you not? Come on, let it all out.
The reason why we are friends for so long is because we genuinely have opposite tastes in almost everything. So I eat the meat on the table. He never does. He's a vegetarian, truly. He struggles with eggs now and then. When his conscience takes over, he goes eggless. Otherwise, he's with eggs. He loves climbing mountains. I love scuba diving. I've been scuba diving for 30 years. He's been climbing mountains for 35. His wife is a beautiful blonde American lady from...
Careful, Rocky. You've got to
America.
Go back home. Yeah.
And mine is a magnificent dark maned Bihari tigress, tiger behind me, from Bihar. So we have very opposite tastes.
Without the
I
English
could get
accent.
into more, but we'll stop here.
I'm a little worried Rocky may not be seen again after the next meal at home. I'm a little worried. The honor you gave the other wife was a little bit too much, so we'll just have to step back kindly here. I mean, the background keeps changing with Mayur. Mayur, where the hell are you? Are you walking around?
No, I'm sitting in my front yard. That's my front yard. I just wanted you to burn while you sat in the little studio. I'm like, this is where I'm.
Mine is a 100 square foot office, man. Wow, this is fabulous. You've got a full forest behind you. There's a monkey running up. There's an alligator walking in the background.
No, that's our cat. Our cat's up on the tree. Oh, Jesus.
Your cat's up on the tree with alligators waiting down for the cat. So you'll need 20 minutes to get another cat. So,
crocodiles. And these crocodiles are always eating pussy. They're very dangerous for the cats around.
Stop it! Goan Gullies, Zee Zest. When in doubt, just shout that out. Quickly, so what is the thing?
We've already lost 2 cats to the crocodiles. It's very dangerous, man. It was a dangerous place for cats.
Yeah. Or just leave them on the trees, because crocodiles can't climb trees as far as I know. Tell them to stay there and feed them up there.
See, that's why you have to watch Zee Zest, Goan Gullies. If you thought crocodiles can't climb trees, come and find out the real truth on Zee Zest, Goan Gullies. Friday, Saturday, 8:30 p.m. with repeats on Saturday and Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Okay, I'm not going to say that even once more. I won't.
No, sorry, I missed that. Did you say? I missed that.
And can you say slowly, because my listeners can't hear?
Yeah, did you say Friday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. only on Zee Zest? Watch Goan Gullies? Or did I get it wrong?
You heard it wrong.
That's what I said. What did you hear?
I don't know. Can you clarify and say it again so we can hear it? Okay, quickly, Rocky, you didn't say. So what are the things you want to change about Mayur? What are the habits that irritate you, that piss you off, that make you, there must be something you spend so much time together.
Nothing. 45 years down the line, we've changed everything about each other we could and wanted to change. So I think this is it's really relaxing to have somebody like Mayur along us. We've sort of grown into the grooves, into the rough spots that each other has. Like, for example, I lost 3 bets in a row, which means Mayur does one critical aspect of our travels, which is, I can't say it, but I lost 3 bets in a row and I do the driving. So I drive the car everywhere we go, and Mayur does another important function.
Which is? Looking.
Just think of it as the highway. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Your hands are used. Maybe some paper, that kind of thing.
His hands are used, and he reads the newspaper every morning.
Yeah, got it. We got it.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to stop to pick up the other stuff.
It's amazing when you drive on the highway, you leave your garden behind with all its potted plants, and then you're driving by the highway, and you have all these interesting weeds that are growing up in you.
Okay, all right, about enough.
Yeah. In fact, Mayur had a relationship with this Mexican woman, and he almost he almost married her. So I in fact asked him. I said, "Are you going to marry Joanna?" And he said, "No, I'm not going to marry Joanna." So I was like, "Okay, fine. Joanna can go back home to Mexico," and that was the end of that relationship.
Okay, it was going so well. It was almost one of our better episodes. It was all good. And then he had to do this joke, and now I'm finished. I'm absolutely finished. But Mayur, you haven't said anything. Kuch tareef kar lo na? I mean, he said such beautiful things about you. He's almost in tears.
Yeah, man. Come on, Mayur.
And now, pesh karte hain, the voice of
Acha, aisa hai. I will only say one thing about him. There is a reason why in my mind he's called Rock, because there are times when I want him to introduce him to other igneous metamorphic rocks, but it is fabulous to know that somebody will always have your back, no matter what happens. Ooh. If you really, really need to, somebody will have your back, and that for me, that is Rocky. Outside up, and
Rocky's in tears. What have you done? He's in tears. He's crying. He's Punjabi reaction over the top. He's gone berserk. Rocky, he loves you, Rocky.
Yeah. It also helps that if somebody comes to bother you and stuff, you don't have to call 30 people. Like, when you grow up in Delhi, you're like, oh, beta, main apni bag ko phone kar raha hu, mera panga ho gaya, beta, I'll call 30 people. I just have to make one phone call. The whole army arrives all by itself. It's called Rocky or Sandeep Singh. It arrives riding backwards on a horse, shooting arrows.
There you go. There's a little bit of Genghis in all of us. That's the important thing to know. Okay, boys, we have to take a quick break because you've spoken too much. Futile conversation, just like my show, as you mentioned.
Lovely.
But we'll come back. Just want to quickly plug, because we didn't plug it. What is the name of the show and where is it available?
Repeat after me.
Yeah.
Zee Zest. That's the
Zee Zest.
Zee Zest.
Goan Gullies.
Goan Gullies.
Why is
Friday
he
and Saturday are the
why
days
is
of
Rocky
the
repeating it? He knows it. He's teaching me.
Sorry.
Rocky, please keep quiet. Sorry, Mayur, go on.
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays, 8:30 p.m.
इतना खबर नहीं चाहिए, हाँ? What is
अच्छा
nonsense?
इतना तो नहीं, अच्छा ठीक है.
No, let
But
them
basically,
work
अगर
hard.
गोवा में different type की party देखनी है तो आप गोन गलीज आइए और
अरे
देखिए.
यार वो गलत है. Talk about the crocodile. That's how you sell a show.
Oh, hey Rocky, you should show the photograph of the bronze tooth crocodile you found. We wanted it to be gold because it had a lot of teeth. We would have been in the money, but it was not to be. So
yes,
we can talk about that when we come back.
Okay, so
crocodiles, fado singing, adventure sport, all these kind of things. And sorry, Cyrus, you were saying you're going to take a break?
No, I have no interest. I've lost interest in the show. I told you 5 minutes ago. We'll take a break. We'll come back. You find the coin. Do you really have the coin? Or at least a photo? Maybe you can share it with us.
I can find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a real crocodile coin, a fight, a tussle in the water between Rocky and crocodile. Crocodile lost and the tooth was in his hand when he exited. Unbelievable. He'll tell us that story and more after this break. We'll be joined by Silvery, our producer, another nutcase. Hang in there.
Fabulous.
Okay, boys, we're back.
Oh, jeez, man, it's been so long. Gave me enough time to go brush my teeth, comb my hair, grab a cup of coffee.
No, don't say comb my hair. There's no way you've ever combed your hair. Look at that. It's beautiful that you're set in a forest.
It is the journey, not
be...
the destination. It is the meditative prospect of gently running a fine-tooth comb through your hair. It doesn't matter what it looks like at the end. Please.
What about this Mexican?
I don't want to be the troublemaker over here, Cyrus, but when you talked about your producer, you pushed your spectacles back on your face. The finger you used let us know a lot about your relationship.
Yeah. Yes.
Did I?
I feel abused.
I'm so sorry. I'll go back to my portrait. Okay.
Next time you say, my producer, do this.
You think that's better? In some cultures, this is even worse, apparently.
Oh, is that right?
This is entry into other body parts, from what I gather. Yeah. Back to Silvery. He's young and a great fan of yours. He only eats what you suggest, which is both veg and non-veg. So I think the gamut is covered. Yes, Silvery?
Yes. All right. We can get to some cool AMA questions. A lot for you guys. The first one comes in from Vivek Ravi. He asks...
One
so
sec. Oh my God! What about is the same guy give the toolkits? The toolkits? No,
yeah.
That's go on.
So these are questions coming in from our live stream, the live chat. Vivek Ravi asks, guys, any noteworthy Russian or Israeli restaurants in Goa?
Good point.
What do you guys think?
Because that's part of folklore now. Come on, Rocky. Mayur, on the spot. Mayur. Hai koi jawab? Is because Israeli and
Mayur, you're on mute.
Arjuna Cafe is really good for all your Israeli essential needs. There's the hummus and the falafels and everything that's Mediterranean and Israeli is on Arjuna. Sorry.
Mayur's having a breakdown.
Yeah, and the thing with the Russian food is that there are cafes up in Morjem and Ashram, which are villages and beaches to the north, and the challenge is that the whole menu is written in Russian, but what comes out doesn't look very Russian at all. So actually, that's the question. Rocky, we should have covered Russian food.
But one sec. So is the price written in Russian or in English or Hindi or what? The price is.
Yeah.
I've never noticed.
So
ये तो deep penetrating question हो गया यार.
No. Obviously, Zee Zest is paying for your Goan Gullies experience. Hold that thought. So obviously, you don't worry about money. But I would always look at the right side of the menu, and if it's in Russian, it's pointless. Again, coming back to our show.
Yeah, it's not only is the menu in Russian, even the signboard is in Russian. The waiters are talking to you in Russian. Everything is the Russian experience. So get down to Morjem if you want to eat Russian food and know very little about what you're doing with it.
Do you get a commission?
Bost.
From the Morjem guys, if you take Russians, I'm sure you do. We only know each other, so we didn't get any commission because we were like, "Bhai sahab, 2 butter chicken और 1 naan makhani rana," and they were like, "Ye kahan se hai? Where are these? What is the word, Mayur?
Rocky.
Forget it. My Russian is terrible. I don't know any Russian.
Yeah, Znayu Paruski. I do speak a little Russian, but I'll tell you one thing. After the marriage to Joanna, the Mexican girl, my life is just gone berserk. I'm not able to focus. I'm beside myself. There's leakages happening in my lower body areas for some reason. It's just rattled me a lot.
Yeah, but I haven't even yet told you about my friend Ian, who was in a big rush one day, so we used to call him Russian.
So there's a football metaphor. And there's I get it. I'm getting it all.
And in Bombay, there was a friend of mine called Jill, and I met her for a coffee. So
Oh, I got that.
I'm going to throw rocks at him. That's the only way. So that then he'll get stoned.
For those of you who are trying to understand the links everywhere, the last one was sexual. Back to Silvery.
All right.
Save
Alright.
the show with something very specific.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, cool. This is kind of interesting. This one comes in from what's his name? Johnson DeMello. He asks, guys, do you guys like the dish sorpotel? And what is the best place you've had it in Goa?
But vegetarian sorpotel, I don't know.
See, this is the advantage. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Essentially, we're very fussy here in Goa. So there is supposed to be specific meats with specific curries. So sorpotel will almost always, a good sorpotel will be a pork sorpotel.
Correct.
And I'm vegetarian, so I will leave Rocky to comment on it. But there are multiple places like Bhati village in Nerul, and I could name a few where you get fabulous sorpotel. However, as with any other place, come see me, and I will take you to some friends who are not only just Goan like me, but they're actually born here and they grew up making it, and we will eat some good sorpotel. Or you will eat some good sorpotel. I will sit there and nod and say, see, I told you so, I told you so.
God, this is a horrible relationship. The rich man from Delhi, Rocky, eats the meat, and then he calls his friend to eat the gravy. What kind of how do you guys manage? It's horrible. Rocky, tell us about the sorpotel.
These are all exploitative relationships. And I was running on the beach with my friend Mukesh Patel.
You were never running. How dare you lie? Up till now, it's been okay. We've lived with the lies. This I cannot live with. There's a line in the sand, bro.
No, really.
Mayur, has he ever run? Have you ever seen him run? Arey, wo mute pe hai.
I'll have you know that this man was a national level runner. He used to run really fast and he used to run really long. He used to be like, okay, let's make a plan to go and eat paranthas in Muthal. And Rocky would start running and we would pick him up somewhere along the way. But to his credit and respect for him, he made sure that he never ran back after he had all those paranthas.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
We
were talking about Soul Patel, and I was telling you about my friend Jignesh and I were running on the beach. And the next day he was very sore, so we used to call him Soul Patel. And that was...
I need a minute. Maybe I need 2 minutes. You've got to give me some time. I've got to digest the Saur Patel joke, so just give me a minute.
And then I took my finger and I poked him. So I was like, poke
No. Bas. From now on, Mayur will talk and you'll just be a visual. Mayur ji, aap bataiye. Even if you eat or don't eat, it doesn't matter. There'll be next.
All right. Next one comes in from Jeffrey Lobo. He asks, what's your take on a place getting too many tourists and if that should be regulated? Most of the good places now are overrun with hordes of tourists, is what Jeffrey said.
But I've been trying to tell them this, they don't respond to me. There's too many Indians in Goa. Just at some point, in the same faces we see, especially in holiday season. Kuch to bolo yaar, Mr. Rocky and Mr. Mayur Sharma.
Okay, from the perspective, serious answer, from the perspective of people that work in food, also from the perspective of being in a nation where you are expected to sit home for a very long time without any means of livelihood and stuff, I genuinely don't have a problem with a place that attracts a lot of people and does good business. And
like the Kumbh Mela.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, like the Kumbh Mela. And if they feed you really nice food, I can't believe you said Kumbh Mela. He said Kumbh Mela.
It looks like you just came from there. That's why I was just thinking. It makes sense. Last weekend Kumbh Mela, today Goa. So थोड़े shave करके आएगा next time.
तो आप मतलब आप देख लो. I think it's a very good thing that people come, people travel. I think when Rocky and I started the other show, we can't name it. You can name it.
The Highway on the Plate. Highway on the Plate.
Yes.
Highway on the Plate.
So अभी यार इंडिया में बहुत सारा अच्छा खाना है, बहुत अच्छी बात है that people are traveling and it's wonderful that for whatever
reason, a positive thing.
We are being forced to discover our own country, all of us who preferred holidays in Switzerland and stuff. All your friends, Cyrus, the ones that went to Switzerland.
All the successful friends of mine who left me behind.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So all those.
Switzerland, you mentioned Switzerland. The food sucked in Switzerland, bro.
I think it's awesome. More people should come to Goa. And it is the responsibility.
Mayur, you're completely ignoring that. Cyrus just threw in the I'm a successful rich Switzerland traveler, and you completely ignored it.
Rocky, he's talking. It's a monologue. I shouldn't have interrupted. I stand corrected. I apologize. Mayur, carry on from second paragraph.
Are you back from Switzerland?
But I think, just sorry. I think you must mention the fact that Cyrus said the food in Switzerland is not good. So please mention that that Cyrus went to Switzerland, tried the food, found it not to be good many times.
It was funded by the government. I'm just an agent following orders. It's not like I spend my own money.
That is horrible. You have Swiss contacts that have been funded by the previous government.
Well, I had money there. So I had to go and check.
You have money in Switzerland?
I was trying to bring 15 lakhs back for you, bro. They stopped me at the border. Made me put it
Don't
back
even
in again.
get me started about being funded by the government in this country. Okay, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Okay. We'll give you 1 minute.
No, but listen, let's answer Mr. Lobo's question. See, I'm just a simple boy from Delhi. I don't really know much. But when I was trying to get into Goa in September, everybody was like, there are no tourists, there are no tourists. Business shutting down, we are losing money, restaurants are closing, hotels are dying, people don't have any work, taxi drivers are dying, tourist guides are failing, boatmen are dying. And when I went there in December and it was like fully packed, they were like, there are too many people, Restaurants are thriving, hotels are thriving, businessmen are thriving, casinos are making a lot of money. So I wish you would get your questions straight. Follow one routine, guys. You want people or you don't want people? I don't understand.
The moral of the story is go in November. September too little, December too much. Find the middle ground always. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm a bit of a reverse racist. I can't stand seeing my own people everywhere. It's like I want my money back.
And listen, while we were doing these jokes on the names, if you hold the bow and arrow that you were talking about under the horse, it'll be a lobo.
Cyrus, I don't know about the.
No wonder he moved to Goa. Do you understand, Rocky? He moved to Goa because of the conversation. He loved the company, but he couldn't take the jokes. And he finally is in Goa and he's staying there.
I've got a thread of the conversation in my teeth. I'm not going to let go till you let me. I'm like that little puppy now. This is not Rocky.
Please.
Let Mayur talk. Haan, Mayur, bolo.
You said your people are everywhere, but that is not true. Because if your people actually been everywhere, there would have been a lot more of you. Because I hear you're a dwindling race.
So I talk about the Parsis, the Mongolians. Actually, both are dwindling. It's very painful. I speak for both tribes when I say, yes, we are dwindling. But that's the problem is in trying to reproduce, which is another story for another day. I stumbled myself at the science of reproduction, which is, not everybody's gift. You have to understand. It's very painful. I'm going to talk to Rocky offline. He's going to help me with that. Because he says in Delhi, there's no problem with that. Correct.
I do mean stick figures explaining the whole process if you want. I can sketch it out now if somebody shares this.
Trust me, you'll be doing me justice if you use a stick figure.
Right, next question.
Last question. Come on.
All right. Sapna says, agree with Cyrus. Skinny people should be banned from calling themselves foodies. This is the comment.
I know. It's just wrong. I mean, you can see the person doesn't enjoy their food. What are they talking about? Smelling it? What's the point?
That's what is the most fascinating thing for me, Cyrus, is
you tying your
people
ponytail.
call me and they say they say Europe and America are getting together to send down people to give Michelin stars to Indian food, and I'm like, बेचारे मर जाएंगे, omelette नहीं खा पाएंगे, तुम Indian food की बात कर रहे हो. Even the omelets we make, the Michelin star jury will not be able to taste them. So I have no idea what these poor people from the West are going to do coming to India to give Michelin stars. But if they eat Andhra food or Marathi food or Punjabi food or Tamil food or any food from anywhere in this country, they are not the right people to tell you whether it's good or bad. So food really, I mean, you need specialists for that. Yeah.
Okay, so this rant now has gone above my head. Are you saying that the foreigners can't? Is this a bit like Rihanna? They can't come in and tell us about our food?
Yeah, it's like me saying Mayur and I and Cyrus will now go and tell people which are the best wines in the world, because our palates are immaculate, and we will also taste the best teas and tell you which are the best teas. We have no idea, dude. We've been eating patrani machi and very sali boti and achar for a living. You think our palates can taste any non-sort of spicy food? We can't.
Rocky, I don't know about
it's
you,
just
but
totally gone.
Me and Mayur can tell our wines. I'll tell you that. Me and Mayur are from a different vintage altogether. But 2 points for the Parsi references. Thank you for that.
What
are you doing? You're behaving like the tiger cub now. What the hell is going on?
Listen, I heard you say Rihanna in the middle, so I have just one question, because we're examining lots of shows here on this podcast.
Yep.
So as long as we're talking about Rihanna, why aren't we talking about this?
Okay, next week on the podcast.
That's the end of the podcast. That's the end of the show as we know it. And the end of,
one second. Mayur, listen, we agree with you totally. I think nothing should be like a holy cow, sacred topic or whatever. Just discuss it. This discussion, we have so much fear that we can't talk about it. It's just ridiculous. That means democracy is dead completely. There's no point to it. So, but I'll leave it to Rocky. He lives in Delhi. His chances of survival are less. So my government is different in Maharashtra at the moment. So and Goa, although you will be in trouble, Mayur, there are enough people who give you shelter. So Rocky, what do you think? Can we talk
Well,
about things?
I think now that politics is typically whining about everything, if they get a yeast infection, they can have a wine and cheese party. That's about the only thing that I can add to this now.
All right, skirting the issue as we cowards do. Let's move on. Do we have time for one more?
One more. Yes, sure. This one comes in from Shruti S. She asks, what was your weirdest experience while filming Highway on My Plate
You
or
can't
any of
mention
your
Highway
other
on My
shows?
Plate. You
Or
can
any of your other shows?
You can mention Highway on My Plate.
Okay.
We have to edit
Goan
this.
Gullies. You can just change it to Goan
No,
Gullies.
the show before Goan Gullies. You can say it's like like
The Zee
Prince.
show.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as Prince. You do it that way. So yeah.
Okay. I can tell you one of my two favorite incidences of the past 15 years where we've been traveling. We were having this conversation. The camera was on. Doesn't matter what show it was. And Rocky wanted to tell a story about his youth and his childhood. So he put on a very serious face and a pensive look in his face. And then he said, back in the day when I was a little dyke. And then he said, no, dyke. And to make matters worse, for just to like help the public along. He said, no, sorry. A dyke is just a term for somebody who prefers people of the when I was a little dyke is what I meant to say. And they actually left that in the show. Thank you, Abhinandan Singh. So,
Yes, Shruti, yes.
Mayur moments?
Shruti, yes, we've had lots of wonderful moments. Mayur was giving the very Goan vibe on this show. We were supposed to walk out, stop by the roadside, talk about the beautiful sunset and walk. And there was 1 minute left. And Mayur, of course, walked out with his amazing Goan outfit, his lungi and his kurta. And as he picked his hand up, his lungi fell down. And it was a full shot.
Non-vegetarian this time for sure, Mayur. Wow. Total Goan sausage, huh?
Yeah. It's called the Goan chorizo, please.
Chorizo. We stand corrected. Okay, guys, as we say bye, you have to quickly talk about this show. We haven't mentioned where it comes on, what time, what's...
And listen, we didn't even talk about the hair because that was like some serious balchow going on over there. It was like...
balchow. It's too difficult to get balchow. Mayur, will you serve us balchow? He's still recovering from the visual.
Yeah, yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Okay, show ka naam. Jaane ka time aa gaya, bhai.
Oh, it's already time to go. Time has flown. We've had so much fun, man. We just started here.
I've got some guy called, what's his name? Gordon Ramsay next. So I've just got to...
So I've heard of that somewhere. The Ram is familiar in that. The Ram is familiar.
That's why he's allowed in the country.
This is the second time in his life that Gordon Ramsay is going to come behind us. Like so.
And rightly put. So as we say, the name of the show is on Zee Zest. It's called Goan Gullies. It stars Rocky and Mayur. There are episodes where pants are missing and the lower body is exposed. But along with it, the love and affection for Goa and food is also exposed. So it's a thrilling ride and it's free, right? It's free, right?
Yeah, it's a free ride. It's a free ride. Rocky, you want to say something else about Goan Gullies?
And also, Rocky, about your flirtation with Pornhub and how to see you there?
No, that's very exclusive right now. We have none of the facial shots. So you're gonna leave me out on that one. But guys, watch it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of things that you haven't seen. There's some wonderful people that you've never heard about. Tribals from Valpoi, Feni, which is fantastic. Some true blue Goan experiences like you've never had. And of course, lots of fun, which we try and have every time we go out. Only for you. We're actually very serious and sort of intense people. But we try to have fun.
And as we say bye, guys, a message to Kunal Vijayakar, fellow foodie, who misses you, cries for you, thinks about you at night when he sleeps alone in Prabhadevi with his little blanket. Anything you'd like to say to him?
Yes, Kunal, it's so nice to hear that you lie in bed and you cry and stuff and all. Just a humble request that just please remember, do not touch yourself.
Well, that's about the only option, na, Mayur? I mean, really. Don't blame lockdown for that. That's the way.
I'm doing everything possible to get Cyrus put in jail because then, but we will come visit you, Cyrus. When you're locked up, we will come visit you. We will bring you nice tiffins. I'll bring you Sorpotel in your tiffin.
You just wear that outfit that you wore walking into the sunset. Yes, go on.
Kunal, you and I have to sit and chat about solo shows We know where the talent is. We know where the good looks are. We know where the intelligence is. We really have to talk about solo shows. And even Silvery is on your side, right, Silvery?
Hey,
Yes,
Mayur,
exactly, yes,
Mayur,
absolutely.
160 kilos and 140 kilos. What fucking solo show? You're never solo him when you're alone.
It's always, but listen, can I just quickly share, since I mean, my dad loves watching you guys. So whenever I'm back in Delhi and stuff, and the only television in our house sits in my dad's room because I don't like televisions, and he'll always get me to come and sit and watch you guys talk about the week that wasn't. So,
Okay.
so
Wow,
thank you
so-
for my bonding moments with my dad, because we're both staring at a screen instead of at each other and like disagreeing on political philosophies and stuff. So,
Hey, well done, yeah. Good one. Good one,
Oh,
Mayur.
good
Good
one.
one. Good one.
We are editing the footage to only allow Mayur to be seen now, Rocky. Sorry, you didn't do the right thing. But this is India. You got to talk the talk.
Keeping in sort of tune with the discussions that we've had, I want to leave you with visuals of your great ancestor,
Yeah.
Chin Gaze Khan.
Yes! Lovely. Fabulous. Although I got to say, for me, the outstanding moment of the show, the one which has destroyed me completely psychologically and for which I need therapy, will remain his marriage to a Mexican girl called Joanna. I mean, really? Why? Why?
she was a trip, man. She was a real trip. Sometimes they
Stop
were.
it.
Mayur, you're a dope, yeah. You're being a dope, man. What the
Don't
hell?
be a dope, and unless they can sponsor us, there's no point giving them so much attention. One day, coming soon.
Yeah, sorry, we made a complete hash of things. Yeah,
You have. You guys toned up the whole place, man, as far as I'm concerned.
It was all about some other girl, because the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah. Okay, guys, have a long one, have a good one, and we'll see you soon. The show is called something Gullies, and it's something on Zee, right?
Zee Zest, Goan Gullies.
Goan Gullies on Zee Zest, 8:30 p.m. Fridays and Saturday evenings. Watch it, love it, enjoy it. See you guys soon. Take care.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody. Bye. Have a good one.